What's going on, people? I'm back again with another podcast. I hope everyone's. No, I'm not. I'm not well. I'm not well. I'm cheesed off. I'm not happy. I'm still. Yeah. Right. Let's get over it. Awful. Shocking. 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 That's what I gotta say. I'm not gonna talk more because I'm just fuming about it. If you're new to my channel, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. I've got Molo, who's there at the game as well. I've got Aussie Dave. I don't know how he's feeling, but he's gonna get his thoughts on it now. People, just tell me about the game. Molo, how are you? Are you okay?
Yeah, disappointed, mate. There's a lot more to following Forest in Europe than just the football. Thank goodness, isn't there? It's like going on holiday and there's not very good entertainment in the evening. It's a bit like that. Everything else was spot on apart from the weather.
Yeah, it was. The food was nice. The city was all right. It was nice as well.
Fantastic hospitality from our oldest allies as well. Love the Portuguese. It's such an underrated nation. I think they're brilliant. Amazing people. They're treated us with so much respect.
Molo, where's your Molo for food before the game?
Where? I was on the square, the posh restaurant, just 2 doors down from the main bar everyone was in. Family place.
What was that? A place called it was amazing. It's an amazing place. But yeah, it was a great
You boys are struggling to come up with positives. If you're talking up the meal pre-match, that's the best thing. That's the best. Let's just, you know what? The taxi ride to the airport the next day. It was so fast.
David,
was that an Aussie talking about food just because no prawns on the barbie? That famous Aussie cuisine we were experiencing.
We had a nice walk as well to the ground, and we went the wrong way as well. So
I just heard the words ugly, uncreative, just distasteful. Not popular, and I was trying to work out whether you're describing Molo or the Forest team yesterday.
All of the above.
All of the above. I'll just say to you, Molo, our dream of catching up for a drink in Istanbul is just slipping.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
It's slipping, but I'll just caveat it with, guys, it's never as bad as you think. So whilst it's bad, just remember, it's great to be alive. It's great to have Forest in the Premier League. And sure enough, last season there were 3 or 4 teams that were better than us. Now there's 15 teams. So, we slipped a little bit, but it could be much worse, Chris Hughton.
You know what? Before we talk about, I think later on in the show, we are going to talk about managers. And there's been loads about Dyche is this, Dyche is that. But we are talking about the show. But we are going to get over it. We are going to talk about it. Like I said, yesterday's game, like I said, me and Molly was there. Whoever I say, as Dave will say as well. People in the chat as well, get involved, please. What's your opinion about the whole situation with Forest? Dyche, please get involved. Before we do, go through the comments as well. Colin, how you doing, my friend? I hope you're well. If you want to be a member like Colin, please do. Davey, hi Ben, hi Dave, and hi Super Molo. How did he get Super Molo? What? What? Raz Dad, even though
played against him at some point.
Oh my god!
I got fat and old.
Oh great. Dave said, "Utter disgrace. I feel every single person who travel out there got soaked, and it was horrible. Absolutely horrible. The weather. That was before the game. But it wasn't raining after the game. So
did you not take shelter when it was raining or something, Dore?
No. When outside the ground, the gates were still shut. So it stopped, and then it came pouring it down.
What time did you get there?
6 o'clock.
Why?
No, we had a meal. Well, I don't want to mention the meal again, but we had a meal.
At the ground?
Well, Dore figured if he got there 4 hours early and then he watched the game for 90 minutes, he might finally see a Forest goal if he watched them for 5.5 hours. But sadly,
I got this 6 o'clock.
That's just not the. It was a good match day vlog, Ben. It's just such a shame that all of your pre-game efforts and all that lovely camera work you did of approaching the game and all of that stuff was wasted on a vlog that no one's ever going to go watch because it was an awful game.
You know
what? The word I would use for the game, because I said it at half time on the group, dull, boring, and even catching it with my mum.
It was boring.
But I catch it with my mum tonight, and she said, And she's soft spot for Forest, but Ipswich Town. She goes and watches that lot. And she said, I stayed up to watch it, but it nearly sending me to sleep, and that sums it up. It was terrible. But you know what? And I know we'll get on to this later. People are criticising Yates' interview. Yates was spot on. And that's what makes it worse. We did control the game, and yet we still lost.
Yeah, can I
he's absolutely right.
Let me. I want to get Yates' interview later on the show because, like I said, there's loads to talk about the Yates interview, the Dutch interview, how we played. But sorry, I'm just going to go through because Kiewit said, "But a big up to Sangare, Dave Yates, who just in with his stinking interview." Club captain, by the way, I'm the biggest fan, but I'm baffled. Listen, we are going to talk about it later on throughout the show. Shout out to Pat, my friend. I need to phone you, Pat. You know, if I know about your. I'm not going to say it, but yeah. Shout out to Pat Lally, my friend. Yates' dad's press interview pissed me off. Oh, God. To be honest, patient is very, very thin. Justin, morning, lads. Justin, I hope you're well, my friend. Hello, bro, from Nottingham Boy in Philippines. I hope you're well.
Hey,
how are you doing?
You're right.
And Molo, that's way off. Come on. Right. Okay. Where are we starting then?
Let's start. Well, look, we're talking the interview, Ben. Let's just get into that. So, for starters, on the interview, look, I've been critical of Yates, but positive towards Yates on his interviews. It wasn't the best commentaries, and it was a little bit disconnected from the way the fans were feeling. And so what they probably missed was a media manager. Look, it maybe would have been better off copping the fine and not doing the interview, to be honest, because it's like it's not what you really want from these things. Is you want it to be helpful for your fans and feeling a little bit, and it was a little bit disingenuous and missed the point really. But maybe they were closer to it. But yeah, I think he let himself down on that one, Ryan. And look, I'll just say last comment on Yates. He did get on the score sheet, Ben. So does that count towards your 5-goal tally for the season?
Yeah, but if you see the goal, man, when he crossed in, he's just there, isn't it? So you know what I mean.
The question is, where was your right back at that point for that to go in there?
Again, this is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, don't get me started, Mollo. Don't get me started.
Wait. Let's just go back. Let's go back a bit. The Ryan Yates, like I said, let me start the interview. You know. He's the only one. He's a club captain. He's going to go there and trying to be nice as a leader. What do you expect him to say? What do you expect him to say? Swear this and this and this? What
just be disappointed.
I get that, but I'm like I said, people. I'm not defending him. I'm not defending him.
Oh, you're always defending him.
The tone, and to be fair to Kizza, the tone didn't reflect how people were feeling at the end, but the technicalities of what he said. What was so ridiculous, and we've been talking about it all day, and the only thing I can think of, and the reason he obviously picks Milenkovic to play the whole game and doesn't share it with Murillo or whatever, is because of European experience. And it's like we decided we've got to play the European way against a European team, even down to Gibbs White diving in the box. And it's like, we're not that team.
No, that was a penalty from the Ben Dore penalty, if that's the one you're referencing, Mollo.
Ben Dore, the dive in the box.
Yeah, he was actually definitely caught late. But you're right, the not jumping ahead. He's there's just something off with Forest at the moment, isn't there?
So let's get over it. Let's start it. Let's talk about that game. Like, so was there any positives? Then we get with the negatives. Was there any positives? People in the chat, was there any positives from the game? Mono.
Ola got some minutes under his belt to get back towards match fitness, even though he played at the same level as everybody else on the day and was just as bad. At least he's got more minutes so he can get the Ola fully match fit that we need for the run-in. That's a positive. Morato
wasn't bad. Let me put
Morato can't play a ball in the midfield and just
no, that's not his job. That's not his job.
That's not his job, David.
This is what annoys me about it. His job, first and foremost, is to stop people scoring, which he didn't. He was culpable in part for the goal, but at least he won his headers, won his tackles throughout most of the game. I'm really struggling.
Morato wasn't bad. I thought Morato was up. Like I said, I'm listening loosely. He wasn't that.
Sangare was good once he came on. That's a positive. And Sangare, I think right now, is Forest's top player. There you go.
Okay. Any more positives? Any more positive people?
I thought it was. There were no shots on goal from them, and look,
that's only because they couldn't head a ball. They should have scored just before half time with a simple header, shouldn't they?
Right.
So,
okay.
I get that.
I don't think. I think that might be the worst. I don't think there are any positives, and I think the fans booing the team at the end just adds to the negatives. And I think the team's disconnect from understanding how the fans were. Actually, now that I think about it, that was like possibly the worst night Forest have had, period, since
Ange.
It was bad. Nah, it's worse than Ange. The fans booing
the way they did. No, at least the fans were fair. I'm not. Let's be accurate as well. A number of fans, not all the fans. Many people weren't
booing's bad.
A lot of people
right.
I agree. You know my view on that. You know my view.
Right. Let me say something.
Booing in the game is unacceptable as well. That's completely unacceptable. If you want to be someone who makes your feelings known at the end by booing a crap performance, that's up to you. You've got a different moral compass to me in terms of that, because what was disgusting in my book was people were booing during the game. At half time, I thought it was for the referee, so I wasn't bothered. And I'm not the moral police of how people should behave at football in terms of making their feelings known and what have you.
If ever there was someone who shouldn't be able to police that, Marlo, surely you're captain of that team.
Well, I may be very vocal about my feelings sometimes at the game, but I'm not going to boo my own players when they're playing the game because, good, bad, or
just the impact of it. Just the impact of it, Mollo.
That's what I'm saying. The good, bad, or different at my job, I'm not going to get better at it if somebody stood behind me calling me, abusing me and booing me.
It'll compromise the home field advantage. It'll compromise the relationship with the team. It'll make them anxious. It'll make them not want to be on the ball. They'll tighten up. It'll be, rush clearances. It'll be a whole bunch of problems. And look, guys, 100%. We're still a club.
But there was players out there, wasn't there? And I'm not going to name specific names because one very much so doing what we know one of our much better players at the moment used to do and hiding on the pitch. There was occasion second half where there was a semi.
Who's hiding on the pitch, Mollo?
Say it, Mollo. Just say it.
I think you've got to give people time to settle in from other countries and crappy French leagues and what have you. And
wait, Mollo. If you're talking about backwards, about backwards.
Yeah.
Let me make
there
this
was
clear.
A time. There was a very clear point where Savona had overlapped, and good, bad, or indifferent. He was trying to do his job, and he was too close to Bakwa, and Bakwa never moved to make space at all. Not one bit.
First half,
that's the guy scared of getting the ball.
Mollo, first half, and what frustrated me with Ella Einar, every time Ella had the ball, he's telling him run so he can just do a through ball, and he's doing his job. He's running like. And I find like what?
He's also got a job to pass to a red shirt, Ben. He didn't do that in the first half either, or a white shirt as it was on the night. So I love Ola. He's one of our most talented lads, and he was the best right back in the league last year. But for him, last night was all about match fitness and his actual performance. But he had that little spell in the second half where he came alive and good run, and he smashed one against the bar, to be fair.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
really good strike. So there's your positive.
Well, that goes in. It's a different conversation.
Of Ola.
That goes in, Mollo. It's a different conversation, though, isn't it? So the margins are fine.
Yeah, and Ola's on his way back. It wasn't good enough. We know that, and the players know that, and the manager knows that, and the fans know that. But to boo during the game, and that is a conversation, is unacceptable for me. I don't think it's acceptable in any way, shape, or form because, and I wrote down as well. Because the person who's getting the brickbats today as well for missing a penalty, I totally get it, is Gibbs White. But there were people booing him when he got the ball after he missed the penalty. And
but he shouldn't have kicked the penalty, Mollo.
But he did take the penalty.
It's freaking obvious. We all watch Nottingham Forest super closely. We all know.
How many he's missed before his ball last night, though?
Yeah, he missed the one. He missed the most recent one. He's not the one that should have been.
No, he scored at West Ham.
He's got West Ham.
Yeah, he missed the one before that. He should be off the penalties.
He's missed one out of all his penalties.
He's off the penalties, mate.
I'm getting booed by
He's off the penalty. You should be booed. Gibbs White should not be kicking the penalties.
I'm not disagreeing that he shouldn't be taking it, especially now. But my question to you is, once he missed it, why on earth are fans...
You're on mute. You're on mute, Molo. Molo, you're on mute.
Molo's been booed so much that he's
Molo's been mute.
This is Molo. This is what we just got from you.
No, what I'm saying is, I don't think he should have took the penalty. That's by the by. Hindsight is 20/20 vision, isn't it?
Yeah, Molo, who knows? Who gets penalty though? Molo, who's
anyone, Ben? Anyone?
Anybody? I think it should be either Anderson or Nico now.
Nico Williams.
Neither of them were on the pitch at that point.
Nico was? What?
Yeah,
no, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
Get Anderson. Get Anderson to
looking
kick the
around.
Penalty. Get Luiz to kick the penalty. Get freaking Matt Sells to kick the penalty. We all knew that Morgan Gibbs White. And what really bugs me about Forest is that they still don't seem to have worked out who kicks the free kicks. And so what happens is they get in this position, and you can literally see them arguing with each other about who's going to kick it. Are you freaking serious? You're a professional football team, and you haven't worked out who's...
Dave.
No, they're arguing all the time, Molo.
No, one where Gibbs White they argued that and he just ran off, and then they chipped it to him, and then headed it across.
Yeah, how'd that set move work out, Molo? Did we score? No,
I'm just saying that first bit was a set move, but not saying it's any good. But getting back to Gibbs White, I've written it down, I haven't said it yet. You have got to admire his character. Forget the penalty for a minute. Having missed the penalty, he wanted that ball. He did everything he could, some of which didn't work out. He was on the night, and I'm not saying, wow, look how great he was, but he was our best player. And I know that's not saying very much. I can think of the phrase, but
loosely.
Yeah, he stood out. He was our best player, but the character he showed when you've got a number of people showing their displeasure at him missing the penalty that were booing him, and it was loud. You know, it doesn't take many people to sound loud, and he still got on the ball consistently, and he got better and more determined. That's unusual because
he's also better and more determined when his more buddies came on, Molo. So one observation I've got for us, we look better when last season's team plays.
Of course,
so when it's basically last season's team plus Igor Jesus as the striker, with Dominguez on the left, or Hudson-Odoi rather on the left, and Dominguez on the right, with the midfield trio of last year's mob and the back four and Sells, then we actually look pretty good. Yeah. And you can see they're actually going into the old Nuno style of play, whereas all of the other players, none of them have hit. If you think to Forest back to the start of the Premier League, couple of misses, couple of hits. Taiwo came in on fire. Lingard was a miss. They've basically all missed other than Hutchinson. $200 million, and it's not good, and it's a real problem for us. So going back to a style where we just rely on the key 11 guys, I think has got to be the move. And then we're also missing Wood. I like the idea of this new signing, 6'7".
Yeah.
Oh,
you're not
Andrea Salenzi, Mark II, Ben.
Let's hope not. But you know what Forest fans can be like? They're either the best player or the worst player in the world when they're not playing for us. I mean, Callum Wendo's suddenly become this mythical, godlike goal scorer. Well, anyone who actually has watched him play and watched his first touch and watched him unable to run in behind is probably glad he's been replaced with somebody that looks better equipped for the English football. That said...
Certainly for our team, Molo, he looks better equipped. So it looks like he's he's a player. We're just going to boot the ball into the box. Murado, Buddy, Savona, all these guys just hitting and hoping crosses. So having the tallest player.
Yeah, well, hopefully he's got the ability to move in the box and find
how good's Davies score? He could be 10 foot, but we don't have anyone to get the ball onto his head. Well, that's possibly true.
Well, I'll tell you, Davey makes a good point. I got pelters after we lost at home to Everton when I said the problem wasn't the fact that we were doing a certain tactic that everyone moaned about. The fact was the crosses weren't good enough, but equally the movement in the box was nil. we've got I've said this a number of times, a centre forward who's very, very inexperienced, but outside of the penalty area is absolutely first class. You watch him live in a game, and I can't not watch him now because I've said it, and his movement in the box is nil. He finds a position he likes, he stands there waiting for the ball. Well, if it doesn't come in, which we know it doesn't come in, it often goes back a couple of times and gets recycled a couple of times first. Then you've got to move again and move again and move again. And the beauty of Wood, who's got the experience, often it's his ability just to take 2 or 3 yard steps away from the goal or go one way and then, just an old-fashioned dodge, as they call it in those weird American sports and whatnot, or rugby. He just finds his yard of space instantly when the ball might come in, and eventually one's going to find you. If you put 40-odd crosses in, one's definitely going to find you. Chris Wood must be watching at the moment thinking, my God, I wish I wasn't injured.
You know what?
The number of crosses coming in the box.
Molo, I don't know if you or Ellie heard it yesterday, because Savona going forward, like I said, when he's looking across, and he's like, who the hell am I passing into? There's no one to pass to. And Markham
but if I was on the end of Savona's crosses, I wouldn't be running for him either, mate.
That's wrong. That's one thing he can do. I know you've got your agenda with him, David.
David, right. Let me say something.
Racist, anti-Italian, but
right, David. Let me say something.
One thing he does do is put in a good cross.
Yes, but defensive-wise, he was crap.
One-on-one.
He was crap, absolutely crap. But going forward, though, David, like I said, when he's trying to find someone in the middle, there's no one here. I don't know if you heard it, Molo. I never heard Malcolm shout so loud, and he started arguing with someone next to him. I'm like, what's going on here? I'm like, just pass the ball, man. There's no one there. Get in there, get in the box. I've never heard him. I thought you heard it. But
the problem is that if you go back and look, for some reason, YouTube is serving me up all the old Forest highlight victories from 18 months, 12 months ago. If you go back and watch them, the energy of the team just looks far more frenetic, and they look like they're buzzing and wanting to play for each other. And there's something up with the training and also the energy of the senior players. And you frequently see that with the numerous manager changes, like the senior players, like Anderson's gone off. I don't know if he's necessarily a senior player, but Luiz is just not performing at all.
He's our best player, David. I think Anderson is our best player. I think
he's not.
Murillo's our best player, most
important. I think Murillo. Don't you think Murillo's been crap though? I don't think he's been great.
None of them have been good.
He's not been the same level as he was. Again,
Sangare's our best player, mate.
Again, no. Yeah.
Come on,
You're being unfair. Dore, what's his job first and foremost?
Defend.
Right. And he dropped that absolute clanger against Arsenal. What happened next?
Great tackle.
Yeah, he recovers it.
He
does give the ball away a lot more than he did. I'm not disputing that. Okay. But it's not costing us. And he is the guy who gives us the urgency that Dave's just been talking about. He brings the ball out. It might go wrong sometimes, but he is a world class. He is the only player we've got that can play for any team in the world right now.
I'm not saying that. I
don't see anybody knocking down our door for Sangare in whatever.
Let
me, what I mean? And I like Sangare at the moment.
Let me put in context with Murillo. I just don't think that he's reached the heights of what he's doing. He's doing what game was it? Villa away. I thought it was crap.
Here's a question. No, hold on. Who's better than they were last season?
No one.
Sangare. That's it.
Sangare.
Everyone else has gone. Everyone else has gone backwards.
Williams.
Nah, he was good. No,
but he's even better.
He's even better. No, Dave. He's even better.
All right, so we got basically
7 out of 10 every game, without doubt.
Yes.
In the last 6 months, we've had every game. In the last 6 months, we've had 2 players improve, and that's the problem.
Definitely,
no one's getting better.
But Sangare wasn't great last season. But Sangare wasn't great, though.
That's why he's better now.
Yeah, he's better now.
Yeah, he's better
Anderson.
He was better at the start of the season. Anderson's playing himself out of the England team. He wouldn't make the Australia team the way he's going.
Mate, I'd make the Australia team. He's not that bad.
My argument is, like I said, with Sangare, I saw someone on social media say, "Oh, Sangare should have come on. He's been fantastic. He wasn't fantastic for 2 years. Now this season, especially under Deitch,
not all season though. Everton away, he was gone missing, for instance.
But that's my point. I think exactly. So from I think he suits Deitch's style because remember he had who did he have at Everton? Was it Decor? I think he had and Sangare suits it. But when someone tells me, "Oh, Sangare's been a great," no, he hasn't. He's played a few good games.
It's that thing, and what we're doing. Dave's playing devil's advocate, saying who's got better, and he's thrown out Sangare. You know, Sangare he has yet to prove worth the money we paid for him. Although we're seeing what he should be about. We're seeing what he should be about, but you know, it's easy to say, "Oh, he's not as good as he were last year." But the bar for Sangare was so low, so low that there were. You think of some of the players who were getting in ahead of him, and who, you know, he was miles behind Danilo, who we've since sold. You know, he's miles behind Yates, who is. I love Yates.
Never miles behind Yates.
He was last year.
Dave,
I promise you, you've watched
David,
Sangare play how many times. He's the world's best man marker in midfield. The problem is he spends
can't pass the ball, mate,
marking the referee.
No, right, like Ryan Yates, like I said.
I know. I'm
not having this debate with Dave again. I can't have an intelligent football debate with an Aussie about Ryan Yates. It's not possible.
David, right. Let's stop there. With Ryan Yates, we know your agenda about Yates, right? Yes.
Apparently, I have an agenda with everybody.
You got agenda with everyone, right? The thing about Yates, right? Yes, he wasn't great yesterday. Own goal. He kept fouling loads, but this is the problem. Everyone's now is going to go for him every single time. Yes, the interview wasn't as everyone assumed to be. Oh, he wasn't angry, blah, blah, blah. But come on, man. I'm not going to.
I think that Yates' interview yesterday was a product of the system and the problem that the club actually has. And normally Yates is very on point in those situations. So if Yates is off point in that interview and not being connected to the feeling of the fans, that's particularly unusual. And maybe that's not on Yates, but actually a more sign of a greater problem.
To the next topic, like I said, was there any other players like you? I know everyone was rubbish. Savona, I know you're anti-Savona, David. He's defensive wise, he was crap, absolutely crap. Going forward, I thought he was all right. There's no one in the box with him. Who else? Backward. Don't get me started about backward. I think he's crap.
I thought it was scary, Dore, about the situation, and it frustrated me. I said Savona was terrible defensively. I was being a bit unfair, but you look at the players he has marked in previous games, like away at Bournemouth, that stopped us getting a battering. We know he can do it, but we identified inside 10 minutes in the crowd that number 77 looks a live wire, and no one else seemed to identify it at pitch level to help Savona out or have Savona getting tighter. And he got murdered at times. He got left dead in him. Was it even Savona who ended up taking him out of the game at the end? It was somebody else hit him hard, didn't he? He went off injured, that 77, with next to no time left. And you're right, but he's a young kid, and the fact he's managed to mark certain players out of a game previously shows what he can do. But I'm not excusing the performance last night by saying that. And like someone else has just pointed out, and I got slaughtered for saying Danilo's he's got all the tools to be a top player. We should stick with him. He got injured for nearly a year, came back, had a worldie against Brighton when we won 7-0. Took a long time to get back to anywhere near what he was, and never did last season. We sell him for a slight profit, and people are, great stuff, sold for a profit. He's obviously settled down to his football in Brazil, and now Brighton, whose scouting system is slightly different to Edu's in terms of doing quite well or badly in reflection to what they pay for him and what they sell them for. They're now sniffing around him, aren't they? Have been for a little while, and they're not mugs. So it does worry me on that front, and that's a different thing. But in terms of who played, nobody played well. You can go through it. Some played really, really badly, but nobody was average. Some were going through the motions. Douglas Luiz looks like half the player he used to be. He's just going through the motions and slowing the game down, even though he did seem to be trying, but he can't run at the moment. And McAtee's first touch is superb. His second, third, fourth.
First half, Molo. First half, I thought it was a little bit all right.
He kept
He was
getting caught in
better.
possession, though.
No, he was better than he has been, McAtee. There were glimpses.
That's
They
not
just haven't found-
again, Dave. That's that low bar you're setting. He was better than he has been. He's been awful.
If every player improved 5%, that might be enough.
Yeah, but McAtee improving 5% just makes him slightly less than abysmal. But I agree with you. He was better.
There are a couple of creative passes, and McAtee did earn the penalty.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He had a good half, a good 45 minutes.
Now, I also think that Ndoye was fouled, and the guy was pulling out, but he still clipped the back of his foot, which I think was a penalty. But I think if Forest hadn't gotten the first penalty, I think that might have gone a different way. I thought he got knocked over, but you know,
I don't know. I thought at the time I was dubious, but watching it back on TV today, I'm thinking that's definitely a soft penalty if it's given.
Yeah, but
then they are given
the guy's diving and he pulls out from being studs up and gets the back of Ndoye's foot with his knee. So whilst he's pulling out, he still
was it a penalty then, David? Do you think it was a penalty?
I think it was a penalty.
I've not seen it.
I think it was. It looks like the guy's pulling out.
Let me ask you another question, Dave. Was it enough for him to go down the way he did?
If you're running at pace,
I don't mean he felt. Yeah, no, it's not like a tap tackle in rugby that he caught.
Yeah, but if you're running at pace, it doesn't take much to knock you off your balance.
No, and like you'll know, a tap tackle in rugby, you tap someone's foot
ankle
against himself, but that's not what happened, is it? It was a briefest contact. For me,
I could see it. I could see that being given.
Crossing.
Right, let's change subject because we're 33 minutes in, and the main subject is Sean Dyche. Everyone's got their opinion about him. I'm going to get a panel as well. I've done a poll as well. Like, I don't want Dyche sacked, and that's my opinion. And people disagree. Feel free. I've done a poll as well. Do you want Dyche sacked? Yes or no? 57 says yes. 43 says no.
57% says sack Dyche.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So, people in the comments, why do you feel you should be sacked? Or people who says no, please get involved. I'll get the panel as well. Let me start with you, Ozzy Dave. He's getting quite a lot of flack. But before you get in, and again, I'll say something small. I said this in the past podcasts. I said he's coming to Forest. What was we second to bottom? Was second to bottom, weren't we? And now we're fourth to bottom and 5 points away from the bottom three.
Did we even have a Europa League point? We had 1 point?
Yeah, we had 1 point.
Or were we on 0?
No, it was on 1 point. It was on 1 point.
And we were outside the
right. So and again, does that mean yes, he's not been great in the Premiership recently, but has he done his job so far? That's the question I want to ask to you lot. Has he done his job so far?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Yeah, I'd say you've nailed it about where we were. If anything, if you like that new manager bounce and all that sort of thing, and you know, sometimes you get rid of someone who's so bad that anything feels better and the players react to it anyway. He almost did too well too quickly. The expectations then went straight through the roof. Across his time at the club, if he'd have got those results a little bit more intermittently, like win one, lose one, draw one, rather than a good little run and then a really bad run, he probably wouldn't be getting as much stick, albeit the football's been awful lately. But my view is I've got 2 main points as to why I don't want Dyche sacked. And they might not be the most positive points in the world. And I like Dyche and the team and that in a lot of ways. Number one, how ridiculous would it be to have 4 managers in one season? That's my biggest single point. And my second point, and forget next season. Next season means nothing at this stage because we've got to do the job this season first. And my second point, which just gone out, Med, is the players have to start taking some responsibility. Okay, I get that they love Nuno, but we weren't great at the end of last season. We were terrible against West Ham, another game where Sangare went missing. And we've now got not even half a season to sort ourselves up and sort ourselves out. The players have to look at themselves, and we can't have 4 managers in a season. That's ridiculous. Then you can think about next season. We all know what's going to happen next season now. It's like Nottingham's worst kept secret, isn't it, about what's happening in the summer? But at the end of the day, we've got to back Sean Dyche until the end of this season, and then you'd have to, like any football club, sit down, have the meeting, what are you doing next, and then stick to it. Don't sit down, have the meeting, and talk to like they did with Nuno, and then move the goalpost and sign players he didn't want or whatever. Nothing matters about next season at this stage. It's all right saying keep an eye out for next season, but everything has to be focused on up until May the 20th this season. Stay up, meet Dave, and have a beer in Istanbul. That's it.
What about you, Dave? Like I said, I've seen a lot of people saying that he's the worst manager that Forest ever had. I just don't.
He's not even the worst manager that we've had this year.
Exactly. This is what gets me. This is what winds me up so much. Like, yes, he's not been great, but when you hear the term of worst manager he's ever had, so
well, look, let's start. Well, for starters, how many managers we've sacked before now isn't as important as we think. Who cares about the embarrassment of sacking a bunch of managers? If we stay in the Premier League and we get to have a beer with Molo in Istanbul, I'll have 12 managers and have one per month. I don't really care. The thing that worries me with sacking the managers is that the players will, like, you just lose this sense of cohesion and continuity, and then it's like, all right, we're starting again, and so a new bunch of strategy. There's also an enormous cost with sacking the managers. Now, they will have been smarter this time, and they won't have signed Sean Dyche to a long-term contract, which they haven't. He's on a 2-year deal, and they'll have a lower threshold for letting him go. But the other problem with sacking the managers so frequently, who's going to want to go play for or sign for or manage Nottingham Forest? No one. It's like the poison chalice managerial position. It's like, you go there for 12 months and 6 months and then you're out the door. And so it makes it particularly unattractive as a proposition. Now, I believe that Sean Dyche can get better. He's not going to get worse. And so he's still working out how to manage Nottingham Forest. And he has been a Premier League manager at 3 different clubs now. So he's got to at least be doing something right. And so unless you...
Right, David, he is doing something right. He's done his job so far.
Look, I don't know what it is, but it seems to be more obvious to us that the substitutions, like it's in the comments there, like getting back off was obvious. No changes when we went down by 1-0. You know, the some of the strategy and the who to pick and all that sort of stuff is a little bit off, but it actually layers up a different level. And I'll bring this back to the club and just how the club has bottled it. We got 22 players registered for the Europa League, and you can have 25. Now, the reason why is we don't have the homegrown players. Now, ironically enough, if we'd have brought Brennan Johnson back, he would have actually qualified, which actually makes Brennan Johnson worth more to us than anyone else. So we weren't even discussed as being in for him. And Ben, I know you got connections to his family, so maybe there's a reason that people aren't going to want to come back, and I can completely understand that. But it is a complete blunder to be in a position where you can only register 22 players for a competition that's 25. Can you imagine if Gareth Southgate for the World Cup said, oh, yeah, we're only taking 20 players instead of 25? You guys would be freaking crying murder. Like, that is just such a blunder. And it's so... You know, and we got caught out on it because if we'd have had
even worse if Thomas Tuchel said it.
Well, you know what I mean. I can't Thomas, whoever the England manager is, I couldn't remember the guy's name. But you know what I mean. It's just an absolute blunder, and that is kind of what worries me about the upper brass. And I get the appointment of Edu in between Marinakis and whoever the manager is, and I don't think the coach of the team should be doing personnel. But Edu, I don't know.
He's not doing it right. He's not doing it right.
He's not gotten it right, but and it's not like he's setting it on fire with the rest of Marinakis' clubs. You know, the other ones, they don't seem to have progressed either. So back to Dyche. I don't think sacking him's going to do. He does have moments of stuff that's pretty good. His answer to Martin Keown on that thing the other day
was amazing. That was amazing.
Was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, Paul Hart would be good, Michael.
I love Paul Hart, man. A great team he had.
And yeah, Michael, you're also right. Relegation would be an absolute disaster.
That's why next season doesn't matter at this stage.
But the way the current players are playing, Molo, most of them will be playing.
You know what? I'm saying this to Malcolm and Dave. If you look at it right now, we're the second worst team right now in the Premier League. below. Who's the worst one?
Wolverhampton.
Palace, isn't it?
No,
Wolves' form's quite good.
Yeah,
Palace are in
Wolves'
free
form's
fall.
quite good. That's the thing.
Yeah, Palace are in free fall.
Yeah, Palace
are in free fall, but they're not as bad as us. Not
yet. Let's make them as bad as us in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, well,
but I think the thing we need to get back to is what you can control. And I do think, I think Dyche will be pleased that they've got an away game, not a home game, this next match. And this next match can't come soon enough. And Dyche does seem to get them up for the big matches. I reckon Dyche will keep us up. And Marinakis has always got a plan. I kind of started this podcast thinking I would be positive with you negative Nancy's. You bloody Poms are always so negative. And then I came in here and you swung me around to make me negative. And now I'm back being positive. Everything's going to be okay, guys. We'll beat Brentford. It'll be 3-0. Sangare worldie from outside the box.
Let me just ask this question from Scott. No, he won't. He's not going to play for Forest again this season. Not the season. He's not going to play. That's 100%.
He will get picked for New Zealand even if he plays no games.
Exactly. 100%.
He'll get picked for New Zealand World Cup. And even if he's only a slight chance of playing, they'll still pick him for New Zealand. He's their greatest ever goal scorer. They're definitely taking. They're definitely taking Chris Wood. No way they're not having
Chris Wood in a cast or a boot last night would have been more effective up front, wouldn't he? Compared to what's going on up front at the minute. I'm with Dave. I'm with Dave there, though. I think Dyche will keep us up. But what I would ask, and I don't want to be controversial because do
it, Marlo. Do it.
If you're doing a job and you know full well it's a secret that's not a secret that someone is going to take your place, it's all in place, are you going to be able to get the best out of those players if they must know it as well?
No, but you might take more risks.
Yeah,
true. Yeah,
he's got nothing to lose.
Yeah,
like if this was my last ever podcast on DoreOntour, I'd just be swinging from the fences. I'd just be like, "Oh, you were wrong all along. Lingard was a good signing. We should have kept Felipe. He should never have cut his hair." Like I'd just be shooting from the hip, just bringing out all the old classics.
And this is David's last. This is David's last time on DoreOntour now. He's out by the door.
Bring back.
Don't it might be your last time on DoreOntour if you let him loose that much.
I'll tell you what,
go for the door. Go for the door now. Cheerio.
Aussie Dave gets DoreOntour cancelled.
I tell you what we're also missing. I tell you what else we're missing is if Taiwo Awoniyi was fit and as good as he has been in his time with us, and we had peak Taiwo right now, that would also make an enormous difference.
Oh yeah, we thought we'd start to see that, didn't we, when he came on against Bournemouth second half and he held the ball up brilliantly, and you started to think, is Taiwo back and recovered from that horrendous?
I think we've been in a free fall. We've been in a free fall since that game where they didn't sub him off, where he went into the coma. Basically since then, we have not recovered. The free fall's been since then.
Which, on a human level, is pretty understandable.
Yeah.
So
anyway, Ben, I think we should keep. So you got 2 votes for keep Dyche. So I think Ben is Dyche out.
So again, does Dyche keep his job if he wins Europa? Does he? People in chat.
No, I don't know.
Great question
My
Scott.
bank account would have to take some serious improvements over the summer, ready for next season.
That's if we win Europa League, then we're in the Champions League, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I don't think he does, Ben. I think he's gone regardless, actually. If we win, in fact, I think he's more likely to get sacked if we win Europa League because then they'll want to manage use our Champions League experience.
If we finish 17th, if we do like Tottenham did and finish 17th, it's very possible.
I'd take that now. 17th.
I'll take that.
100%.
I'll
take that.
Here's a question for you. Would you take 18th and winning the Europa League and playing Champions League from the Championship?
Imagine doing that, though.
People in the chat, would you do that? Yes or no?
Would you take that?
46 games a season. 46 games a season in the league.
Plus the Champions
and we
League.
Know full well it's not an easy league to get out of.
Wow.
We know better than most.
So we're playing Derby on a Tuesday. We're playing Real Madrid on a Tuesday and playing Derby on a Friday.
Oh man!
Can you imagine that?
Now you're making it sound worth doing.
Imagine that though. Imagine that.
It's on the board.
You know,
it's
I'd
possible.
be interested to see if we keep selling out our away allocations if we drop down. I don't want to find out, to be honest. I really don't want to find out. They're not mutually exclusive. So
Okay, here's another one for you, Ben. We go down, we win the Europa League, and then we win the Champions League from the Championship.
Would you take that? Championship and the Champions League in the same season? Does that count as doing the double?
Would that count as doing the double? Would you take that, Ben?
That I would take if I knew we were straight back. But financially, if I've read the figures right, financially, with the parachute payments and all of that would come out of that hypothetically, the losses for going down would be covered for that year, wouldn't they? Effectively,
Yeah.
Albeit we're not going to win the Champions League, let alone if we get relegated.
Well, hold on a second. We've played in 3 Champions Leagues in the past 50 years and won 2 of them.
Yeah.
So if we're in the Champions League, we should be the favourites to win because our record is...
David, what have you been drinking this morning? You've been drinking some tea or coffee or something like that?
What time is it in Australia?
I know,
The pub's open.
We're not getting I still think we've got the quality to not get relegated. And I think the core base of that the core 10 guys, plus whoever the striker is, with Dominguez playing one of the wing positions with Sangare, MJW, and Anderson in the middle. That team is good enough to finish 15th. And so what you'll see, I think you'll see us, I reckon we'll bow out of the Europa League at the next stage. We won't even make past the 16. And then that team will just put a run together at the end and we'll finish 14th and don't worry about it.
That ruins my...
David, man, come on,
that's what's going to happen.
David, what, come on, Mo, don't say that.
No. Aussie.
Well, hold on, I just said we'd win the Champions League next season.
Yeah,
we put Dana towards it, aren't you? I'll get knocked out of the Europa League, but we're 14th.
Okay, hold on. All right, well, let's do that. Would you take getting knocked out of Europa League and finishing 14th?
Yeah, of course we'll, 100%.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I want to win it. No, let's try. I want to go to. We still got a chance of winning Europa. You can see it and all that. So, let's next subject. We've got the striker in. Like I said, I don't know enough about him. He's 6'7". He scored 1 goal. Is he the answer, Marlo?
Last season he scored 14.
14 for Udinese.
Yeah,
it's 1 goal in 346 minutes, though, Ben.
Is that what it is? That's a different thing. Stats can say anything, can't they? As Dave's just shown, 1 goal all season as opposed to 1 goal in 346 minutes is a very different.
Funny enough, if he scored 1 goal for us, he'd be one of our top strikers.
Yeah. To be fair, like
I've only seen his highlights reel, and not surprisingly, he is very good in front of goal in the air.
Molo, did you see his miss? Molo, did you see his miss the other day,
mate? Strikers have to be there to miss it. That's what makes Chris Wood so good.
I know, but I'm saying, like, the reason he's not playing because when you got Haaland, Lukaku, and someone else, and he's really fourth choice. But what's winding me up is took so long to come to Forest. That's what really is thinking.
This is early for us. It's only the 23rd of January.
No, but
it's not 11:59 on the last day of January. This is early.
Yeah, but Molo, when he's saying, "Oh, he's choosing us or the other Italian team," I'm thinking, who's this other Italian team? Why are you choosing that? Why are you taking so long? Come on, it's a no-brainer. You got Forest.
Is it? I don't think it's a no-brainer at all.
What?
We got like our fans are booing the players. We're like going to be onto our 4th manager. We're in a relegation fight. We're playing as well as we do. No striker.
Negative, Nancy.
Like it's not exactly like a particularly fun position.
I'm doing your P. David right now. While you lot talk, I'm doing your P45. Forget this, man. You're going through.
Don't do that. You know what will happen.
You're going through the door, man.
Negative, Nancy. I think it's a very wise signing because. Like the sort of game, I know we're not going to get many more of those types of games because the quality gets better as you move through the competition, albeit Braga are going to be moving through the competition now. In Europe, at least, it's a very, very smart signing. But in terms of us having no strikers, although I'm presuming I haven't heard anything different, that the whole "it's a knock" was just a cover story to leave Jesus at home to recover ready for Sunday. But without Jesus, we literally don't have a striker. We saw how that turned out for us last night. So having a focal point up front is important. And
they should have played Gibbs White up front.
They did. He was playing alongside.
It was 4-4-2. It was more like 4-4-2.
It was 4-4-2 for most of it.
Yeah, it was 4-4-2.
But then Gibbs White naturally, as the game progressed, started getting deeper and deeper.
Yeah,
but not all the way. No, I thought. I mean, again, it was really bad, and it's easy to shine. I got nearly said a really bad word then, but Gibbs White was still our best player on the night, which says a lot about a guy who missed a penalty, missed a reasonable chance. His own fans, or some of his own fans, were booing him when he got the ball at one point. You know, his character, he's got balls of steel, hasn't he, so to speak, because his character shone through for me. I thought, when the chips are down, when people are, hiding, that's one thing he didn't do. And as always, he didn't stop running. And I'm just going to, final thing I wrote down that I wanted to address. People get angry. We all get angry. We all get upset. Yeah. We all say, "Oh, that was terrible."
Did you see?
And they start throwing stock phrases about. And Dave hasn't done it yet about individual players. To be fair, he just done it about the whole club. Something's wrong behind the scenes. But when they start saying Gibbs White doesn't look like he wants to be here, what is it they're looking at? I've seen every minute of all season of Gibbs White. I've watched every game on TV. His running stats are right up there. The effort he puts in. Even on a day when he's struggling, he's demanding the ball, he's showing for the ball. Okay, not everything he does comes off, and sometimes he turns into... I know he makes mistakes. That's not what I'm saying. All players make mistakes, and some of them, that's their whole career, is making mistakes, and they seem to get through it. But his character has been exemplary in terms of he stepped up to take the penalty still, even though we probably thought he shouldn't. Let's be honest. I'll be honest. I was like, oh, no, I'm a bit worried here.
Here's a simple question for you, Mollo.
Yeah.
Who hates losing the most in that Forest team? The answer's Gibbs White.
Gibbs White all day long.
Hates losing. Like, imagine playing table tennis with that guy.
Yeah.
Against him. He'd be so annoying to play table tennis against. He'd be like super competitive, and a whole bunch of the other ones. I'm just not sure if they, maybe the writing's on the wall for them, and maybe we signed too many.
But don't you think? Do you see where I'm coming from? That phrase, people say, "Oh, he doesn't look like he wants to be here. We should have sold him to Spurs."
Nonsense.
It really irritates. It's a very easy throw a stock phrase out there because he's not played well. Because he hasn't played well, which you can't, in his position especially, you can't always play well. It's a tough position.
It's so easy.
He's worked great. And what I'm saying is all the indicators are he's doing everything he can. And as Aussie Dave just said, nobody looks like they hate losing more than him.
Well, I think he's going to change his... I think he's going to change his penalty style, Mollo. I think you'll find he'll go high in the corners now, because the athleticism of the goalkeepers has improved over the past 10, 15 years, where the low hard into the corners is actually easier for them to get. And so, there are 1 in 3 of picking which way if you count.
What we were saying, you've got a 1 in 3 chance of saving it if you don't hit it hard.
Yeah, so you've therefore got to hit it top corners. And
you've got to hit it hard, because if you guess the right way, the way he takes it, most keepers...
Then they're a chance of saving it.
Yeah. Whereas if you look at those penalties that Nico or Anderson took in various times recently, even when they guessed the right way, they didn't do enough to get there because it was too difficult. And they're still going to miss the occasional penalty, I'm sure. But unless you're what's his name? I suppose it came from our guy, didn't it? Kyle, what's it? But unless you're Ivan Toney, who has a system that forces the keeper to choose, and therefore it's basic maths, isn't it? The reaction time it's impossible to react to a penalty unless you're already moving beforehand. Obviously, I should be way above normal football talk, but that whole thing about the psychological refractory period, being able to react to something, it's impossible. It's been, they've done studies and stuff. You've got less time to react to a penalty than you have to a fast bowler in cricket, if that makes sense. And so if you hit it hard enough, you're scoring. If you hit it hard
enough and accurately enough in the spot you want, you're scoring, even if they dive, unless they completely guess. But even if they completely guess, you can still get it in. I think Gibbs White will go work on that. Missing 1, that's a mistake. Missing 2, that's a trend. Missing 3, and he's done on them forever. So,
to the next week, people please hit the like button if you can, and make sure everyone follows Tricky Talks as well. So, have you done a podcast? You've not done a podcast, have you, Molly?
I didn't do this one. I was busy getting back from. But there's one just been launched with Simon and Kate talking about
Kate or Simon.
Kate's very angry, I think, isn't she? So it's quite.
I've not seen Kate or Simon. If you are, or Molly, can you put a link up so everyone can follow?
That sounds technical, but I'll have a go.
Okay, someone just make sure everyone follows Tricky Talk. Like I say, you got Molly on there, Kate, Simon, and Chelsea as well. So please go and follow them. Is everyone confident for Sunday?
We're going to win.
I think after that poor game,
who plays?
Back to the normal team, the Arsenal starting lineup if they're all fit.
Yeah, it's basically the Arsenals.
There's nobody's put their hands up, have they, to say
the Arsenal starting
pick
lineup.
Pick me. It's the exact same team with Hutchinson, literally, effectively like an old-fashioned 12th man, first man on the pitch if and when we need him. And that's not a reflection on how he's played, just a reflection on how the others have been playing. Like you said at the start, Dave, that midfield works. And I've said it for a long time, haven't I, about Dominguez is a terrific player and he can hold up a side, whether it be left or right, it doesn't matter. He
was angry. He was angry.
It'd be well worth. I haven't had a chance to listen yet, but it'd be well worth a listen. My concerns are, forget what's going on now. It's the boring statistics, maths thing again kicking in. I can't see us beating Brentford 3 times on the trot. When we beat them at their place, we beat them at the start of the season. I just can't see it. And they're a decent side. I don't know. They're doing quite well.
I think the standings are more telling than people realise. I remember last season, Forest coming up against us. We're 3rd. We're 6th. We're one of the top teams. Brentford are 7th. They're going to be 7th for a reason. Their form's been pretty good. Sure, they did drop that last game. They're going to be difficult to beat. But the Forest guys are going to be well up for this one. So I expect a spirited performance so that they can earn the cheers from the fans.
We've got to, David. We've got to. I remember, like I said, the Wrexham game was shocking, and then we come back to play Arsenal, and everyone expected us to lose that game. But then we played yesterday. That was awful. I think even a point. I think a point would be great. Wouldn't it? Point, like I said, Brentford are doing very well. Is Igor? He's doing fantastic, and with that team that we played.
Sade is a good player as well.
Yeah, he's a good player as well.
Yeah,
I'll be happy for a point. People in the chat, what's your score prediction for Sunday's game? Molo, are you going Molo Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there. So
go tomorrow. Make a weekend of it. I seem to be doing that for all games at the minute. Couple of days in Porto and Braga, a couple of days in London. Why not?
If we beat Brentford, like Mark said, do you think it's all forgiven?
Yes, it is.
That's the way it is at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's an up and down league. We're not one of the top teams anymore, guys. It's a long season. It's difficult for players to get up for it. The weather will have affected them. It's not easy travelling. They might have also thought they can't get 8th in the Europa League anyway. Yeah.
Oh, we definitely could have done.
Wow.
Home game next week. If we'd have got a point or a win last night and a home game next week to round it off,
then that would have been enough. That's probably true, but we all know that Forest are going to...
Simple maths again.
Speaking of which, looking at the table, I think Leeds United aren't clear from this relegation zone. I can see Forest and West Ham both staying up and Leeds going down.
You know what? Bournemouth, David, as well.
They're another team in free fall, actually, aren't they?
But you know what? Bournemouth got a striker. They've got a striker. That's the thing with Leeds. Leeds got a striker as well. They want Lawson.
Yeah, but we've got this Italian guy, Luca.
Yes.
He lives on the 2nd floor, mate. He's going to be good.
Let's see after 3 games. I'm not saying he's crap. I'm just saying let's.
Never seen him before, though, Molo. I'm just referencing that. I reckon. Look, here's one thing. Another piece of confidence. Forest are well known in the transfer window for buying 10 players. So if they've bought 1 player, then please just make this the best player of the 10 that you were thinking. And if it's the best player, then he's going to be really good.
I think Jesus probably starts on Sunday, doesn't he? I bet he's fit.
No, I reckon Lucas starts.
Well,
he will if he's not fit. Imagine though, if it's a tight game and we've matched them and kept it 0-0 or 1-1 or something, in the last 10 minutes you bring on that 6'7" giant,
6'7" beast.
That's not what they're going to want to see as a defender, is it?
Oh no, it's going to be so good.
Yeah, well, let's hope so. Let's hope so. Because
maybe, or if we're ahead by a goal at the end, you bring him on in the defence and just have him heading the ball out. Just a beast. He's going to be a beast. He's going to be so good.
I like the fact he's a bit of a nutter as well, because you need a bit of that in the Premier League if you're coming from
6'7".
a softer league. Yeah.
So that makes him. How tall was Miguel?
What's everyone's score prediction?
He was 6'8",
Sunday?
wasn't he?
What's everyone's score prediction?
He's a big boy, this guy, Mollo.
Oh,
yeah. As Peter Crouch, the same height, isn't it?
He's a big boy.
But he's not just tall, is he? He's built.
What, Luca? What, Luca?
Yeah, he's big.
He's 6'7".
He's not just tall. He's the same height.
He's almost Carlos Miguel. That's going to make him the tallest player in the Premier League.
Andy Sledzi was tall, wasn't he? No, Sledzi wasn't tall. Who else we were telling was tall? Who was the championship? Yeah, who was that player we got from Man United on loan?
Makeda, he was crap.
Yeah, he was crap as well. Name an Italian player that's been good at Forest. Remember the Petracchi, Matscarlin, Manini? They were crap.
Savona.
Oh shit! Do you know?
Oh, Viduka when he used to play there, he was good.
Viduka.
Viduka was never Italian, but sure.
He was. You
can find Viduka.
Zola,
Australian.
he looked good at the situation.
No, for Forest. Name a player that Slency was.
We haven't. I don't think we've had any, have we? We had.
Wasn't there one like Materazzi?
Petracchi was okay. Petracchi was okay.
Petracchi had one good game.
Macaroni or like
just because it was against Walsall, he's made out like he's the best player ever.
Listen, man, I remember that game against Walsall, and we still lost. And we still lost.
No, we won 4-1. The one where we won 4-1 at home, and he tore them apart.
Oh yeah,
was their manager.
Yeah, that's the only time we beat Walsall. Yeah,
Petracchi was playing. What about what was his name? Moraine. Oh, what was the centre?
Matscarno.
The one who never played, who was about 48 years old. Platt's mate. He got him a big contract to finish his career.
Yeah, that's him, Platt's mate.
Yeah.
Manini,
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, Manini. Yeah,
couldn't run. And he said he couldn't run, but said something like, he doesn't need to because of his experience in the championship.
Awful player.
Right. Carter had one good game as well, to be fair.
Yeah, one good game, but the rest I can't remember. But Petracchi was okay.
Ricky Shimika, he was Italian in Blood.
He was fun. He was great.
He played for England in the 21 zone.
He was great. What was the role? He played that diamond role, didn't he? Under Paul Hart.
He wasn't great. He was all right.
Oh, what do you mean Shimika?
He was all right.
People in the comments.
He wasn't very good.
He was all right. He was carried by the players around him at that point.
No, he played in that role just in front of Des Walker and Michael Dawson.
Yeah, he did okay.
Lost it. I never had a
team get promoted.
Huh?
Did that team get promoted?
We had a great season, though. We had a great season. I mean, I don't want to mention that game because he upsets me, and I cried that season. People, if you know, you know that season. Do you remember that game, David?
Yeah, I remember.
Don't mention, please don't.
Yeah, what was it?
Hang on. You had a midfield around him of like Gareth Williams, Chris Bart Williams,
Andy
David
Reed.
Prutton.
David Prutton was in that team. Was Andy Reid in that team too?
Andy Reid for a period of time. Yeah, Jermaine Jenas came into it for 17 games.
Yeah, we ended up going out in the playoffs.
Jermaine Jenas wasn't there. Jermaine Jenas wasn't there.
We went out in the playoffs.
He wasn't there.
Jermaine Jenas.
Who did we lose to? Like Reading or something? Who did we lose to in that playoff?
We lost. No, we had Prutton.
Yeah, we sold Jenas maybe the season before that, but we had all top class midfielders.
We had Jenas, and then we had Prutton. But Prutton left halfway through that season.
Yeah.
Andy Reid.
And that Reid effectively took his place, didn't he?
Yeah, Reid took his place. Yeah. We had a great team. Then we lost.
We had a very promising young team, Dore.
And Ricky
players who went on to
how can you disrespect Ricky?
I didn't say he was bad. I said he was okay.
Nah, we had a great team. Dan Huckabee.
Who played that role better in the end, him or Bartman? No comparison, is there?
No.
So,
Bartman was good.
Was a terrific player.
Right. Before we do it, go. What's everyone's score prediction for Sunday?
2-0.
0-0.
To who?
Boring.
To who?
Take that.
To us.
To who?
Not the team that should be in red.
So you think we're going to win, Molo?
I'm going for it. I'm putting my neck on the line for this one, and I might get back for
There
it.
is an element of superstition to this, though.
I know. We know what. I know what you're doing, Molo. We all know what you're doing.
Can I just say, Molo, your hair's looking great today as we wrap up this podcast.
Molo,
That's aeroplane head. I fell asleep on the plane, and that's how it's finished
Mine's
up.
too
So
long.
maybe I need to do that every morning. And yours is looking very fine too. We'll compare when we meet up for that beer at the final.
Is mine okay? Is mine
no
all right?
offense, yours is looking a bit like.
Jeez, Ben, you weren't grey-haired before you went to that last game. What happened?
I definitely did.
You got all those new grey hairs after that last Forest match.
Brand new ones. Just for men. If you want to pay for just for men, just give me a donation. All right.
Take your silver highlights with pride.
I love myself, and I just wear my hat for the sake of it. But right, people, we're gonna get going. Thank you to Molo. Thank you to Aussie Day for taking your time to talk about this. It's not been depressed, has it? It's been
No. At the end of the day, as soon as the team sheet was out there, we knew it wasn't going to be dynamic. We knew we weren't going to roll them over the way we hoped we might, like we did Malmo at home. So it is what it is. If that penalty goes in, we win the game. The fact it didn't.
If Olorena scores, we win.
Yeah, I'll certainly get something out of it. So yeah, we're still through to the last 30, whatever it is, aren't we? Anyway,
so right now we're playing
through to the last 24, whatever.
Yeah, but right now, who are we playing?
I think it's Bologna, isn't it? So that's
no, not Bologna.
Further back you before.
Here's one
I
for
had
you.
it down as that team from Czech Republic, but someone told me I was
that's
wrong.
what it is.
Is it?
That's what it is.
Everyone told me I was wrong.
Around.
Oh, mate, a week in Prague, that can't be knocked if we keep that. Right. It'll all change around again next game, anyway.
It'll all change around. So
Tell
right
me,
now,
Ben, would you roll out the B team for the next Europa League match, given that we can't finish 8th?
I don't know.
No.
Right, selfishly here.
You do know there's there's a little bit of logistics where we can still finish 8th.
Yeah, but that's
we're not
very unlikely. And equally, there's still a statistic where we can finish out of the top 24. That's unlikely.
That's not possible.
I won't play the B team.
It's not possible, Molo. It's not possible.
Oh, because of somebody who's playing somebody else. Okay, fair enough. But for me, this is selfish, and I may speak for quite a lot of Forest fans here. I want it to be a team that's not too difficult to get to.
Because the team that's 25th.
Yeah, they're 3 points behind?
No, they're 4 points behind. They can't.
Okay. That's good. So I can see what might happen, but from a selfish point of view, and we haven't mentioned it because we choose to do these things. We choose to follow it, and lots of our partners probably tell us we're idiots for wasting the money in their view. But
all the time.
What I will say, what the players need to understand is for like a day of one of the average lower paid players' wages, which means, it's only a day to them. It's a lot of money to folks like us. And the amount of money we spent to go out there the other day, it's not easy. And everyone you speak to is like, I really hope we finish that top 8 because we get a breather to save up for the knockouts. Also, in the next round, now that we're in that playoff, I want the first leg away because it falls on a week when it's a lot easier to get out there. You haven't got to worry quite so much about earning the money that week, whereas the following week, I'll be flat out and I'll have to not work. If I don't work, I don't get paid. So that's another thing to consider selfishly. But, the Man City players gave money back to those 374 Man City fans, didn't they? There was 1,700 officially Forest fans there. What's 1.7 million say between them to give everyone a few quid?
There's more. There's how many Forest fans think
they're not doing that, Molo?
Oh, of course, I don't care about us. They made that really clear in their performance last night. But
also, the Forest players aren't anywhere near as much as the Man City players.
Right.
I think when you see their wages, though, it's quite scary. The thing that was flying around today.
Yeah, mad.
And our lowest earners.
Right, get going. Thank you again for Molo for coming on. David, again, good morning to you, David.
Good morning.
Come on, I want to win, man. Is anyone angry? I'm angry about yesterday.
No, don't be angry, Ben. Just be happy that we're all alive and we get to watch our team play.
Don't forget, the trip
And don't forget,
is more than just the football. I know it
Yeah, the
surrounds.
trip was amazing. The trip was
All
amazing,
these
man.
European
but
trips have
also-
been wonderful.
guys, this is what we signed up for.
Yes,
We support
definitely.
Nottingham Forest.
Definitely.
The reason why the playoff win was so good was because we had 23 years of waiting for it.
True.
And-
You put in that, yeah. We got to,
Like the
man.
reason why it was
We're
so
gonna have ups
good.
and downs.
And-
It's happening.
And let's just not forget how good was it when Taiwo scored against Arsenal and we stayed up. So,
Yes.
like, now Forest, it gives us so much. So don't worry, guys, we'll be okay.
We'll be okay. We'll be okay.
Aussie Dave though, it is an abusive relationship though, where we constantly get our hopes destroyed.
Well, the comment I didn't get to make is like, well, how do you know the match was boring? I woke up at 7 a.m. to watch it and then fell asleep in the first half. And then I woke up and then I was like, it was still 0-0 and nothing had happened. And I thought to myself, I'll quickly check the group chat. Has anything happened? No. All right, I guess I'll just keep watching. Oh, nothing.
Didn't TNT apparently apologise at half time to viewers about how rubbish and boring it was? That's something, isn't it?
Did there?
Apparently.
No.
Tongue in cheek, but for having to sit through that kind of thing. But yeah,
I just want to apologise for everyone who had to watch this podcast with me and Molo. Can't have been.
You don't mention me.
Oh no, Dore, you're good. It's your show.
Ooh, you're just saying that so I didn't get rid of you. That's it. That's all it is, people. That's all it is.
Oh,
That's all it is. Right, people. Thank you for everyone. If anyone disagreed at what the Aussie Day says, please get in the comment section now. Molo, like I said, make sure everyone follows Tricky Talks as well. Simon and Kate, they've done a podcast. Make sure you go and watch on Spotify as well, please. Right, Molo will be there Sunday. Hopefully, Forest can win on Sunday. We need to win.
Thursday.
And Thursday. And then, who is it?
And we'll see you in the Champions League next season.
Peace, love, people. Up the Forest.